It's the Clippers and the City of Angels for a little interconference action here at the Staples Center. For the Cavaliers, this is the last game before heading back to Cleveland.
Yeah, and the old adage is that it's hard to beat a team, any team, 3 times in one season. And that's the situation we're facing today. This would be their 3rd win in the season series if they can do it.
Greg, I agree with everything you said there. I mean, it seems they do have the advantage, but I agree, pride does become a factor, and a pretty big one. Teams don't like to be swept. So they'll need to put together a solid effort here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there. A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
I think the crowd is still stunned by that one.
Here's Green. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
LeBron drives in. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And so just over a minute and a half played. To the paint. Nice shot by Smith. Smith's got his first bucket of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Irving. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Six to shoot. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home. But not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
And how about the stingy defense there to deny that pass? Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They've pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Green with the ball. Now Smith defending. And it's Green missing.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his team.
It's the says 2K Sports presents our action live from the Staples Center. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You look at the Jazz.
And they've played these guys 3 times and lost 2 of them. So look for them to come out aggressively and try to even this season series up.
Well, you'd like it to be at least 500, and that's the goal tonight. I mean, they've beaten them before, so no lack of confidence in that regard. They know what it takes to get it done.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Exum and Hood are the young guard tandem, and it's Hayward in the small forward. Offensive rebound. That shot by Griffin, no good.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket. Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. That's good from Crawford on the assist by Griffin. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's stolen by Green. And Griffin, here we go. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. In transition, here come the Jazz. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Paul kicks to Jordan. That's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Hayward can't hit.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Alec Burks. Checked in for Hayward. And Shelvin Max subbed in for Exum.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Burks in the corner. The 3. And it's good. Burks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. From deep, Green. No good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I think they really just got ambushed. They weren't expecting the comeback. They expected these guys to lay down. I mean, it came on so quick and strong. So really a lesson for them in letting the guard down.
And the way it happens, I mean, to let the big lead slip just because you're up big doesn't mean your opponent's going to quit. And that's exactly what happened in that game.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year, rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Paul can't get it to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Hayward comes in for Burks, and it's Exum in for Mack. Knocks it loose, and stolen by Hayward. Here's Exum. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Exum's got his first points of the night.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
And on a really nice run here. And defensively, you've got to force them to operate in the half court. It allows you to put bodies on bodies.
Now here's Green. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Exum. Out to Hayward. From outside the arc.
And that's just terrific positioning on his part to get that board. I mean, he might not have the size, but his basketball IQ and feel is off the charts.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Jazz lead by